back to WODdoc Project 365, episode 413. Today what we're doing is addressing the patellar tendon, more specifically the infrapatellar tendon. That's the section of the patellar tendon that comes from the bottom of the kneecap right here to the tibial tuberosity right there. It's not a long piece of tendon, but it sure is important. It is used a lot when we're talking about knee extension. So therefore, it's not uncommon for it to get overused and start getting a little achy there. So, of course, one of the things that we do is do some soft tissue mobilization to address it. When we do that, a lot of times we tend to address it up and down the longitudinal axis, all right? Which is great, but it makes it really hard to get some constant pressure or equal pressure throughout the tendon. Because you see, the tendon kind of works like a half of dome, okay? So if we only go ahead and put a mobility device on the top, it makes it really easy to put a lot of pressure onto the top piece of the structure, but not a lot of pressure onto the sides. So what I'm going to suggest to do is, rather than going up and down the longitudinal axis, what we're going to do is we're going to cut this sucker in half. We're going to go to the transverse axis, all right? That's going to look like this. Now let me show you what it looks like as we mobilize. It's a little bit different. So let me bring this down here. Have a second here. All right, so here's what we're going to look like here. You can see now my knee on the mobility device. What we're going to do is we're going to start at the kneecap. We're going to move our leg up so the mobility device is moving inferior down towards our toes, right? Just until we fall off of the patella or the kneecap. Once we fall into that little divot there, instead of continually rocking our knee forward and backwards, what we're going to do is we're just going to stay in that divot. And now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of rocking horse ourselves to the side, right? Each side. And you can kind of see how my knee stays in that swale of the mobility device, but it allows me to get constant pressure, or a consistent pressure, I should say, on each side of the patellar tendon, infrapatellar tendon, as I was talking about there, right? So this is a great way, and a better way in which I think that we can address the infrapatellar tendon. Now, how long will we spend on there? 2 to 4 minutes, like I've always been preaching throughout my site, okay? We want to be able to spend a decent amount of time on there to get a decent amount of tissue change. Guys, try this out, and I hope it helps you. Until tomorrow, we're optimizing function to optimize performance.